Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5th episode of RZN Presents. Our special guest today got many different stories. This man is a veteran of the Marine Corps, cinematographer, director, writer, producer?
Yeah.
A little bit producer? Yeah. I'll introduce him, Frank Balocca. Let's give it up. Frank, how you doing, man?
Oh man, how about you?
I'm doing good. So we met over doing Rhino stuff for the Pink concert, I think.
Yes, I do remember.
So that was a long shift, right? That was like a
that was
like a 10-hour, 12-hour.
It was over 12 because I think we got like double time.
Yeah. No, that was nice. That was I don't know. Have you got anything else with Rhino lately?
Not lately, no. Because after that, in October, I started picking up more gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I broke my hand. And my hand just healed. Like, a month ago.
How'd you do that?
In a mosh pit.
Okay. Yeah. Was this wasn't a performance, this was just you at a different concert?
Yeah.
Were you just raging out? Like, what artist?
It's a band called Zabalba.
Okay, is it just thrashing kind of like?
Hardcore.
Hardcore, I bet. Yeah. Damn, that's tough, but that's a hell of a story.
It sucked.
But you all good now?
Yeah.
That's the only thing you broke before?
Yeah, that is my only break.
Damn, that's crazy. You went through the whole Marines and didn't break shit.
Like
fucking.
right here. Sucked.
Damn, fucking. How long was that recovery?
Like almost 2 months, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've never broken my hand or nothing like that.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you all good? No, you good? We'd rather know now than at the end of the episode. Like, yo, what did he say? We just have to have a sign language.
ADR it.
Yeah, ADR. My man knows his stuff, obviously. You've been doing movie stuff. You got, let's see, Killer Scarecrow, Franz's Memory, and then what's Stuck and Separations?
I just worked on the camera team for that one. And then Franz's Memory, I was the cinematographer for.
Okay.
But yeah.
So yeah, you've done all these different roles. What is like your role you like feel most comfortable in?
I'd say directing, to be honest.
Directing.
I just directed a feature called The Curse of Alice Deubel.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that. I just saw the trailer for that.
Come, all ye children, to my warm embrace. Please do not fear me. I just want to play. Farewell to your troubles. Come into the night. When you see my eyes, you'll pray to lose your sight.
So is that still coming out?
Yeah, that just finished in post. It took a year. So
okay, dope. When is there a release date coming out for it? Or we still like finishing up?
I'm still figuring it out. It's all done, but I'm figuring out when to screen it, and then I don't want to release it just yet because I want to send it to festivals.
Yeah.
And a lot of festivals won't take it if it's already just out there.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, they're like, oh, it's not new.
So my goal this year is just to like screen it for the people who like were part of it, and then after send it to festivals. And
I say, what is the right time to send something to like festivals?
Like now.
Now?
I'm in the process of that. So
okay, yeah. So but it's like finished. You're not going back to touch up anything right now.
No, it's done.
All right, but
thank God. Yeah.
No, hell yeah, no, because I saw the trailer, and the trailer came out like a while ago, right?
That was a teaser. I have an official trailer ready too. I'm just waiting for the screening date.
Okay, hell yeah.
All the promotion stuff is just like sitting. You know?
Yeah. Oh, so you got the whole like rollout ready.
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, that's smart. Yeah. So when you're doing like a project like this where you're directing, and did you write that one too?
I did.
Okay, yeah. And is this part of the same? Because I believe the Scarecrow Killer, right?
Yes.
That was also you writ
I
direct
wrote, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. Is that part of the same series or is this something separate?
It's separate.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because I read something somewhere that mentioned you and one of your friends working on a series junior year of high school.
Yeah, that is how it like kind of started. And then yeah, it just turned into me writing horror movies. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So horror movies, your comfort zone, it seems like for the most part, or like suspense
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm sticking to for now, just because I feel like that's the easiest to get out there.
Yeah,
Because you don't need a big budget or big time actors.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
like they have like some of the biggest cult followings for
Exactly,
sure.
yeah.
If people like, if you can sell like a vision of something, because like one of the movies that Aaliyah shows me is Terrifier.
Love
And
that.
like like the first one, like it was not the best in like budget and
Yeah.
everything, but like they did with what they could with what they had, and
Exactly.
like they made it. I love like the way they wrote that story too and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Brought like the old horror like stuff within the new like genre.
So campy.
Yeah,
That's what
no.
makes it good.
No, absolutely. So yeah, that whole series, and then like, but then you saw it like, have you seen 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you saw the way that they leveled up. Like 2 looked like a whole different budget, like right off the bat, and then
Yeah.
3 was just like fucking over the
Yeah,
top.
just big time movie.
Yeah,
now,
no,
so-
that one was crazy. Fuck yeah. So horror movies is the way to go for right now. Do you see yourself diving into any other genres at any point?
For writing or
For just working on it in general, because
Well, I
you
mean,
want to
I-
stay in director lane, right?
yeah, but I mean like I do like for freelance and stuff, I do like grip work, like
Yeah.
lighting, and then also just like assistant camera stuff, and I'll hop on anything for that. Like I work
Yeah.
on like cheesy romances and stuff, but it's not like my movie, I just set
Yeah.
up some lighting for it, and yeah.
Is that cool? Like, do you prefer working on like someone else's movie and stuff like that? Like, just to become part of a team and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot less stressful.
I bet.
You just show up and do your part, and then
Then you get to go home. You don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
it's
like,
kinda-
I fucked this up.
yeah, it's kind of funny like watching like the director or producers like stressing about it, like about things, and I'm just like, yeah, it's nice to not have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When did directing start for you?
I directed my first short in 2022,
Okay.
and that didn't come out till 2023. But yeah,
Were the dreams before that, or did it just kind of like just fall into place like one day?
yeah. When I was a kid, I always wanted to kind of do it. Like I wrote my first like script when I was like 9. I mean,
Okay.
it was awful.
What
but,
was the
I was
script?
9. It was about a killer squirrel.
Okay. Okay.
I was 9, but yeah. So I've always like had an interest for it, and then I kind of just let go of it, I guess. I still kind of like in high school I would still write sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
I
It
knew I
wasn't
wa-
something you were chasing.
yeah, not at the moment. I knew I wanted to join the military, and I told myself maybe I'll come back to it. Then
Yeah.
Now I
So
did.
yeah, so that's exactly
yeah.
yeah. So you stuck to what you said, which is important. You went to Marine Corps. It was straight Marine Corps, and you
yeah.
went there just straight after high school, right?
Yeah, like 3 days after graduation.
Damn. Okay. And like, so you said you already wanted to while you were in high school, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like family members that were in it, or like what drove you to like want to do that?
Not really. My grandpa joined the army, but he doesn't really talk about it.
Yeah, it
you
wasn't
know?
like
Yeah.
something that was pushed on you or nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of seemed badass, So I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, fuck it.
Did
Yeah.
like cause I know when like the Marine I almost went to the Marine Corps. It's crazy because I'm like frail as hell, but fucking
Me too. So.
yeah. I feel like almost like a lot of Marines when they go in, they're like a
Lot
bunch
of-
of scrawny guys,
yeah.
and then like most of the Marine Corps are like, oh, I was just like you.
Yeah.
But I remember I couldn't go because I had braces at the time. And they were like, oh, I think they thought I was getting my braces off soon, so I did the whole interview and everything, and they're like, oh, I think we're ready to make the move. They're like, when do you get your braces off? And I was like, 2 years. They're like, fuck, like they knew they lost the sale. They're like, you come back in 2 years.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know if it is now because I know they're hurting for numbers, but I remember the entry process being really strict.
Yeah.
Actually, I failed my first attempt because they were doing my heart rate, and I was just nervous. And they thought I had heart problems, so I had to
Okay.
They sent me back. I had to go to like a cardiologist, get a scan of my
To
heart.
prove it, you're all
That-
good.
I was fine. Yeah.
Damn, fucking yeah. So you went straight to there. Were you stationed anywhere specific, or did you just train in the U.S.?
I was stationed in Pendleton, which is like where you live.
Mm-hmm.
We deployed overseas to the Persian Gulf for like 8 months, and then I went to Alaska for a little bit, and then yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool. And then, but you're kind of like, are you still on like, what's it called when you're like not active duty, but you're like they can call you for reserves or whatever?
They can, yeah, but I don't have to report to anything.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
like
Yeah.
you served your time.
Yeah, but there is that window.
Yeah.
I think it ends in 2026. So.
Okay, so like there is
Yeah.
a date for that and everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And then today was 3/11 day, right? So
Oh, yeah.
I saw it in your story, and I had to look it up. I was like, what is that? So do you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. 0311 is like the MOS number for what I was. It's the infantry rifleman.
Yeah, I would say it's 03 is a special code itself, and then 11 is the rifleman itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you guys are like, that's like the backbone, like basically of like
Pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, like you guys are the ground troops.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I definitely thank you for doing that. I know you probably like stop.
There's nothing to thank.
Nothing to think. No, but that's still like knowing you could put yourself out there like that is like it's brave and it's scary. I mean, most people who do it obviously have that kind of about them where it's like it's not. But like you said, you also did it because you're like it's badass. Like
Yeah. It felt badass before, but while I was in, I definitely wasn't. Like,
you realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, because it's different, like, the idea of the military versus
Yeah.
being, obviously, I wasn't in it, but, like, I know
Yeah.
people that have been in it and stuff like that. Obviously, when you are in, like, military camps and stuff like that for a long time when you're stationed and stuff like that, you do have times where you just hanging out and I hear, like, crazy-ass stories. Do you got any, like, any quick anecdotes you can share from those days?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's a couple of fun ones. I'm trying to think of one on the top of my head.
Are you good?
There was one, my older roommate, him and I were friends. We still are, but like we were boots, is what they call you, like when you're new to your unit.
Okay.
And this was like during COVID. So during COVID, the barracks parties were pretty crazy because no one could go out. So like every night was a fucking rager.
Okay.
During COVID, it was.
And you'll go hard in the paint?
Yeah. And so we're drinking and everyone else is drinking. It was a barracks party. So it was like kind of like a college dorm party, I guess. But
Okay.
with no woman. You know?
Yeah. Just all raging dudes.
Yeah, pretty much. And my roommate was out. And one of the seniors, which is the guys who like deployed before and like train you or whatever.
Okay.
Who just been there longer.
Yeah.
They called him and were like, "Hey, bitch, go back to your room." And I was already in my room, and I just heard it out through the window, and I hear him go, "No!" And I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I hear footsteps, and he runs in the room, and I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" And he locked the door, and he's like, "Shh." And then there was like 5 fucking seniors outside our door, fucking banging, like. And he was like, "Shh," and I was like, "Dude, they know we're in here."
Yeah.
Like, fucking dumbass. And then I heard one of them say, "There's a Monday, right?" And I was like, "Fuck that. I'd rather just deal with our punishment now than like fuck over the whole platoon when we go back to work on Monday." Because it was a weekend.
Yeah, and is that very common where it's like if someone fucks up, like everyone's getting okay, yeah.
Especially if you're a boot, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they try to make everyone hate you if you fuck up. So I was like, let's open the door, just have them fuck us up, and then we won't have to deal with it later. Yeah. So I opened the door and they came in. Long story short, I was underage, and they saw that I had alcohol. And they're like, "Oh, you want a drink?" And we had like 50 beers or something.
No.
It's not like I drank 50 beers, but they made us both like split and finish the fucking beers.
Yeah.
They like, it was like hazy.
That's like when you catch your kids smoking cigarettes, make them smoke a whole pack. Have
yeah,
you seen
pretty
that?
much. Yeah. So I just had to keep drinking and drinking and drinking. I remember I just threw up so much and I was so fucked up.
Do you remember what beer it is? Or was?
It was Bush.
Bush. Oh,
Yeah.
can you drink Bush anymore after that? It doesn't have the same flavor.
I'm more of a Shiner Pot kind of guy.
Okay, what is that, like IPA? What is it? What's Shiner Pot?
It's like, it's not IPA. It's just like, what's the word? Like something ale.
Ale, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. I only know what kind of beer I like, and that's about it. I don't like that go too far out my range. I'm a amber ale guy.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck with that. So being in the Marines, and every troop, I guess not troop, but every section of the military, they have like their own characteristics. I feel like, or like their own what's it called? when people have like stereotypes, like they have their own like things that stick with them and stuff. So what's the most Marine thing that like stuck around for you? Like you walk around, and you're like, oh goddamn, that was some Marine shit I just did.
It's actually a good question. Having a bad back.
Having a bad just having a fucked up body, you know? It's like the NFL. Like you earn some stuff from it, but in the end, you just fuck.
Another one is like, I guess the humor you pick up there. Sometimes I let it out in front of the wrong people.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, oh, like I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. And people are like,
whoa, buddy. Yeah, especially out here now. Yeah. No,
like, that's just how you talk, you know?
No, especially, and I think like Marines have always been known for having like that type, like above the top humor and stuff like that. Like I seen the post where the recruits come to the high schools and they're doing like the pull-up bars and stuff like that, and like they're like moaning and stuff like that.
That's so funny.
And like it was saying like one of the Marine Corps was like, don't fucking moan. It was like, don't moan. And then like in the comments they're like, the recruiters are mad because they know that the ones moaning are gonna make the best Marines. Yeah, no, fucking. So yeah, having a good form of humor, especially when you're doing shit like that, is important.
Yeah, no one who takes themselves too seriously was good, in my opinion. Like all the best people I met in there were the ones that didn't take it too serious.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, no, it's because like you want like you know that you need to be passionate about stuff like that, but like if you take it so serious to the point where it's like you're not having fun with life, like you're forgetting like what like the whole purpose of having like a military is to protect your freedom to like be able to like have that stuff.
Yeah, I guess the people that took it too serious. I think the most important thing is like if you're like, I never really cared if my chain of command fucked with me or not. I just cared like if my guys. Like
the people who are on foot with you.
Like my boys,
yeah. Exactly,
so
no.
That's all that mattered to me is like them, you know?
Yeah, no, that's good. I like to hear that. And then so came back, what was it, 2023 that you were out?
I came back in 2023. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So right after, did you go straight to LA Film School like right after, or did you kind of just wait around for a little bit?
Not right after. I worked at Barney's Beanery.
What's that?
It's like a bar.
Okay, cool.
So I was a bar back, and I did that for the summer. And then once I started school is when I left. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then are you from LA?
I'm from Pasadena, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you just kind of moved right back after? And
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then did the bar gig just kind of pop up, or did you have connections or something like that?
I just walked in, and I was like, hey, I want a job. And she was like, okay.
Hell yeah. No, yeah, bro. I need to start doing that more. I keep going with resumes like a sucker. I just need to tell people, hey, give me a job.
Yeah, it was pretty convenient, yeah.
That's funny. So, but then you eventually, how long were you working there before you go to school?
This summer, so like.
That was just 3 months or so?
Yeah, like 3 months.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then, so your major is cinematography?
Yes.
Okay. Like what made you? Because I assume that from that school they have a bunch of different lanes you can go in.
Yeah.
As far as that, so what was cinematography like to you? Why did you stick with that?
I started with the directing route,
Mm-hmm.
but I figured I'd learn more of cinematography just because it teaches you everything like lighting, like grip work, stuff like that. So there's a lot more work in that than just going. I don't know. I feel like when you get out, it's like no one really gives a fuck if you have a directing degree.
Yeah.
It's just like, not that I'm like the greatest director, but I feel like the way to get there is just to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But for school and like cinematography, like, yeah, that's like actual like trade. And
I get
feel
what you're
like
saying. Get the skills
that's already
over
been getting me
yeah.
more jobs and stuff just from knowing like that type of stuff. So that's why I did it. And it helps with my directing too, because
they go
you know
hand
how
in hand.
everything works.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good to know like what's inside and like from the outside perspective too, because knowing like what looks good and what needs to be pieced together and stuff like that is important. But like if you, like you said, if you don't know how to do it, or even like because you talked about like being on the ground with your boys and stuff like that, when you do these cinematographer roles and stuff like that, I'm sure you're meeting all these other people who like, if you don't know, you're gonna know someone who does know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, that's important.
Just more
like
connections.
Yeah, having connections like that is more important than knowing everything yourself.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse. Like I've worked for a lot of directors who like don't know how things work, and I don't want to be that director. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, "Oh, you could get this big scene set up, the car rig, this, and that, set up in like 10 minutes, right?" It's like, fuck no, that shit takes time, you know?
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, the having the empathy to like not even empathy, but also like the real like realization of what's possible and stuff like that. Because yeah, a lot of great directors are like they can be great directors, but they can also not really understand what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So yeah, no, it's good to know like what to do with and without. So within this learning process, you've started. Did you start making short films? Why? Because you're still in school, correct?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your first projects you're lining up out here? Because you said you started your first project in 2023, right?
Like my first short,
Yeah.
2022 actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So I was still in the
you were
Marines.
still in Marines for that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where
I
were
was-
you? Where were you posted at when that happened?
I was stationed in Camp Pendleton, but I was home for Christmas leave, and I was
Okay.
like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a short film."
Yeah.
And I already knew some people, so
And which one? That was the Curse.
no.
No, which one was
The
that?
Curse of Alice Deubel is a whole movie. It's like an
Oh,
hour
that's a
and-
whole movie.
It's like an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay,
long,
okay,
yeah.
dope. Okay, I thought that was just gonna be another like
No,
15.
no.
So yeah,
That's
no,
why it's
okay,
taking
that's
so
dope.
long.
And so what was the first one that you released?
It's called The Woman Who Smiles.
The Woman Who Smiles. I did see that. Yeah. So do you like it still, or do you kind of like now that
mean-
you got more skilled, you're kind of like you feel
I mean, it's cool for what it was. It was my first thing. I just said fuck it, but obviously I'm better now. than that,
yeah.
but
No,
you gotta start somewhere.
Is it anywhere to watch? Because I had to like hunt to find it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's on Vimeo.
It's on Vimeo. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I did not look there. I'll now I know where to look when I run
Yeah.
out of places to look. But I literally saw it on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I do
like-
remember. Hey, like a horror page posted it. I think
That's where I found it. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Yeah, so that one was dope. What was the inspiration for that? Do you just kind of like do you strike inspiration from places when you're like writing, or just like you just like let's run with this?
No, I get inspiration from things.
Yeah.
For that one, it was just like something. I don't know. It just kind of came to me. I was like, oh, that'd be scary if there was like a woman smiling under my bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wrote the short.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
the scene where like she like grips underneath the bed and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That was good. And then I like the voices that like make her think that it's her mom calling her and stuff like that.
Yeah. That was fun to shoot. The whole hanging scene.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
She was just
Well-
like sitting on a dresser, like on her knees, like with the noose we had. And she was just like, but you don't see it in the frame. So,
Yeah. So so you get that feeling. But like I didn't even get to see that because the horror page that posted it's blurred
that's
out.
right, huh?
So like
Shit,
I
yeah.
knew what happened, but
Yeah.
it was just blurred right there. I was like, all right,
So
like, I was
dumb.
like, I
It
get
wasn't
the
even-
idea.
It wasn't even like bloody or anything.
Yeah, no, but no. So I mean, yeah, for a first short film, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
And then when does the am I saying it right? The Killing Scarecrow or the Scarecrow?
The Scarecrow Killer.
The Scarecrow
yeah.
The Scarecrow Killer, a tongue twister for me. When does that come into play?
I started like writing. I wrote it while I was in the military and like getting out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing like pre-production while I was getting out. But I think I filmed it like a week after I got out
Okay,
and I was
cool.
home. So
So yeah, you went straight to work. That's dope.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so you literally told yourself, "I'll wait till I'm done with the military," and then
Yeah.
right when you did, you started working. And then so was one of your siblings the killer?
My cousin was a
Your
killer.
cousin? Okay, yeah. Because I noticed that was below. I was like, "There's no way that's a coincidence."
Dude,
So
yeah,
yeah.
that was a funny story. So we originally had I'm not gonna name drop,
Mhm.
but he was like a model, and the original guy was like I think like 7 foot something feet
Mhm.
tall. So he was tall.
Yeah, that's crazy.
and
Perfect for a scarecrow.
Yeah, my friend found him, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he's like 7'3" or whatever the fuck. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maybe he's 7. I don't know. He was tall,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's scary." Like,
Yeah. No. Yeah.
so I hit him up if he wanted to do it, and at first he was like, "Yes," but he was like a nightmare to reach out to. He never responded,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's a bunch of things I had to do to prep, like costume wise, like, "Oh, what's your size for this?" And he was always taking forever to answer.
It's like when
It
we're
was
working on this kind of time
it's
schedule.
pretty
yeah.
irritating. But like a week, not even a week before we start shooting, he's like, "Oh, I forgot I had a prior obligation." Keep in mind, we talked to this guy like 2 months about it beforehand.
Yeah.
So this wasn't a last minute request.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells us like not even a week before the shoot that he can't do it. So I was just like, fuck, like what do I do?
Yeah.
And then my friend Mateo, he was like, "What about Chris?" And I was like, That's not a bad idea. Chris is pretty
You're like,
tall. Yeah.
he's available.
So I called Chris and he was down, and yeah, he was a trooper.
Hell yeah! So shout out to Chris.
Yeah.
He came through for that one. And then we had Franz's Memory, but you just worked as DP for that one, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And what's the difference between like working as like a writer director than working on a DP or as a DP?
Yeah. My friend Jose Flores is the one that directed it.
Oh, so yeah,
So-
you've worked on a couple of his films, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
yeah.
Stuck Separations too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good vision. Pretty much like the director will be the one, like, obviously all the shots are his ideas. Like, you do collaborate with the DP, but it's still the director's movie. You know what I mean? So him and I like drew up the shot list way before we got to set, so we knew what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretty much he was like telling the actors like what to do and like, directing.
Yeah.
I was just in charge of like setting up a camera, the frame, and my gaffer like telling him what I want,
Yeah.
the lighting and stuff like that. And
So DP is director of photography, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So and is that is that different than because do you handle lights and stuff like that when you're doing that as well?
on a low budget, you probably will. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, ideally, no.
Yeah, but like in the stage that you're at right now, like that's like
Well, I mean,
hopefully not, but
yeah.
you will do it, like you said.
yeah. But for that one, my friend Zaid was the gaffer, and he's
Okay,
he's
cool.
an awesome gaffer. I bring him on everything. So
Oh yeah. Was
yeah,
he
he
the
is.
same gaffer on Separations?
yeah, he was.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was gonna mention I loved a lot of the like the shadows and the
Yeah,
shots
yeah.
in that one, especially like a couple scenes where it's like the scene where the lady it was a coffee shop, right?
Yeah.
The lady in the coffee shop where she's in between those like two pillars right there. I don't know if you know what shot I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that was like a crazy shot, and then trying to think of another shot that really stuck out with me was oh man, it was from the same one, but I'm losing it right now. It was a bunch of the shadow shots though. Like the way you guys played with light in that one was really
Yeah.
interesting.
Jose is a really good like artistic vision. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So 'cause
And
that was all his vision.
I would say, was there like a story behind that one? It seemed like it was just like people like remembering the things that like.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Okay,
it.
cool, yeah, and then but just getting frustrated by the stuff. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that one a lot. That was, like you said, amazing vision. That was great. What's your like film cliche that you hate? Like something that you see a lot of people do in movies that you're like, oh, I fucking hate the way people shoot this scene.
Good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
If you don't have one, that's okay.
Yeah, I don't
too.
know, because I kind of like cliches.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's weird or not.
No,
but
no,
I
that's
kinda
good. Like,
them.
but you like like.
As long as you know, like if it's a cheesy cliche and like the movie knows it's cheesy, I think it's okay.
I think that's important.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Substance?
I did.
Okay, so like,
Dude.
did you kind of like the way they did that, where it was
Yeah.
like it was, because it felt so serious at times,
Mhm.
and then it felt so just goofy at other
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
So like, yeah, I like. It was very interesting to see. I did not know which way that movie was going.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome movie.
Yeah, no,
I didn't
it was
know-
badass.
Yeah, I had no idea what it was about when I went to go see it.
No, me too. Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
she threw it on, and I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, this seems kind of cool, and I'm like,
And then I'm like, oh,
yo, what the fuck are we watching? No, Meryl Streep, right? Not Meryl Streep, but
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore,
Yeah,
Demi
yeah,
Moore,
yeah.
yeah, Demi Moore fucking did her thing right there. Fucking, did you see? I haven't seen it yet, but did you see Anora as well? Because I know that was an Oscar thing.
I just watched it last night for the first
You watched
time.
it? How was it?
It's good.
Yeah, you good? Okay, yeah,
recommend.
I'm. That's on my plans for this week.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
But yeah, do you think it deserved the Oscars that it got?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, no. Do you see yourself in a role like that where it's like where it's writer, director, the editor, like
Yeah, I mean that's what Alice Deubel is. I didn't
Mhm.
edit Alice Deubel, but
yeah.
everything else, yeah, like I wrote, direct, produce, production design,
So
like
so that's
costume design.
that's possibly you one day.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll see.
We'll see. No, hopefully, but do the Oscars like, because you work with a lot of people in like film and stuff like that, actors and whatnot. Do Oscars still mean a lot to like a lot of people in your industry? That you think at least, or even in your opinion?
I mean, yeah, I mean, shit. If I won an Oscar, I would never let that down. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something
Yeah.
that you definitely like chase and you would hold tight for sure, though.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I don't know if I'll ever get there, but that'd
yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. So is it something that you are kind of chasing, or is it something that like you just want to do what you love, but if it comes along the way, it's cool?
The second one, yeah.
Yeah, that's more okay. Cool. No, I like that. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, I was gonna also ask about the Stuck Separations. It had like very like Alfred Hitchcock vibes to it. Like, was that
Yeah.
any inspiration in that, or?
Well, that wasn't my thing. You know what I mean? I was just helping with the camera stuff. So
Okay, he didn't say anything like
yeah,
that.
that's all Jose's stuff.
Okay,
So.
cool.
Mm.
And when you have like a director that is like Jose's caliber and stuff like that, or like when you're working with as a director yourself, are you sharing more? Is it just like, are you telling people the shots, or like are you sharing like the inspirations for the movie and like things like that too, or are you just kind of straight like business, like these are the shots you need to do, this is how you need to portray it? Like, does that make sense? What I'm kind of asking?
Like when I'm directing.
Yeah, or like when other people are directing and stuff like that. Like, is it normal for directors to give background to stories and stuff like that, or like, or is it more just like a point and go?
Pretty much from my experience, it's a point and go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you
Just
prefer it
'cause-
that way? Is that like, do you think that's the best way to work on a set?
Not if you have like a key role, like being a DP, no.
Mhm.
But usually the director and DP are like
just
working way beforehand.
Yeah,
But aside from that, like there's no reason why an electrician or a grip should have all this. Like no, like there's not enough time. Like so yeah, I
Absolutely.
think point and go is good because it takes forever to film, so there's no time to like. This is why, like no, just fucking.
no, absolutely,
yeah.
yeah, no, I fuck with that, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely very important to like know your role.
Yeah,
And like
know
and
your
like stay in
place.
your role.
Mhm.
Exactly, like you said, know
that's
your
a
place.
big thing. Is a lot of people. I don't know. I've seen it like on a lot of like little like low budget films or like
Button
a
heads.
grip or a AC will tell the director, "Oh, what if we do this?" And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Don't do
yeah,
that.
this is not.
Don't do
This is
that,
not your
yeah.
rodeo.
I don't know.
No, yeah, yeah. No, it's like the kid who's like, "Hey, you forgot the homework." You're like, like,
Yeah.
"Oh fuck, here we go again."
Yeah.
No, what's a guilty pleasure movie you got, if you got one that like you love, but like if you're like in
Yeah.
class with your professor and stuff like that, you're not gonna tell him that you fuck with this movie.
Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
I fucking love
Yeah, it's
Spider-Man
fucking
3. Fucking I love the scene where he's walking down the street and they cut out all the noise. It's just
Yeah, I've seen that edit.
Fucking no, Spider-Man, like all of the Spider-Man movies have some of like the best cut scenes, like just like
Yeah.
random like pictures and stuff like that. Tobey Maguire did his thing. Are you
he's
big
so
like Marvel
awkward.
fan?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not
did-
recent Marvel, but
Yeah, no.
overall, yeah.
me and my friends been talking about that, but did you see the Thunderbolts preview?
I did not.
Ooh,
No. Is it really good?
I would check that out.
Okay.
I mean, it's as good as a trailer can be.
Okay.
Like without like it was a trailer and it didn't do what trailers do nowadays, where they give you the whole fucking movie within like.
It's usually a good sign.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
exactly. And but the thing was about it was because like we've been talking about how like, as I assume you feel, Marvel's kind of been slacking lately.
Yeah.
But they brought in a bunch of people from A24, is what it seems like.
Yeah,
A bunch of
and
writers.
it's got like Florence Pugh and all that. Like,
Mhm, yeah.
it might be good then.
No,
you
yeah,
know?
and so like from the trailer, it looked like they were like taking a different artistic direction for it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it wasn't just like a cookie cut. Here's the best friend. Here's like how they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
everything done and shit like that. So hopefully Marvel's
Hopefully.
back.
Yeah. Daredevil's good, the new season.
Okay, have you been watching?
Yeah.
That's Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, no,
yeah.
no, it's on Disney Plus now.
That's on Disney
It
Plus.
originated on Netflix. so,
Okay, yeah.
It's good.
Fucking, and then Disney got all of his chips.
Yeah.
Oh, what is your comfort zone of movies? Because I know you feel like comfortable directing horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that like what you go to on a Friday night or whatever?
I like comedy a lot.
Yeah.
Super bad in particular. I've
Superbad.
seen it so many times.
So like, is that like the genre of humor you'd say, like that kind of just
Yeah.
goofy slapstick, very much so?
Yeah.
What's the best movie that you've seen that's like super bad par? Because super bad is up there for a lot of
Yeah,
people.
that's
So like
tough.
it's hard to top. Because Jonah
Um,
Hill was doing a lot of stuff during that era too.
Yeah. I think Project X is pretty good.
Mm.
It's pretty close. Hangover, obviously, you know.
Bro, Hangover is
Yeah.
such an underrated movie. Like I put like Hangover, Step Brothers, in the same category for me. I don't know how you feel about Step Brothers, but I fucking
I like, yeah,
I
no,
love that movie.
it's hilarious.
So fucking like you said, being where you're at right now in the film world and shit like that, it can be hectic and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out, you know.
Absolutely.
Not where I want to be yet, you know, but trying.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
you're figuring it out. It's not like you're waiting.
Yeah.
Like you're not just going to school, be like, oh, after school I'm gonna go chase it. Like you were chasing it before you started going to school.
Yeah, I hate when I see people like that who are like, oh, I'm not ready. Like, no one's ready. I'm still not ready. But I'm
Absolutely.
just doing it.
Mhm.
And if you fuck up good, you know, like, fuck up now, you know. Like,
That's what I've been telling
yeah.
so many people is fuck up now. Like,
Yeah.
don't be scared to fuck up. You're
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
fuck up.
It's better. It's more respectable to, like, see a horrible short film, but at least someone, like, had the balls to do it, as opposed to just someone who's like, because I know people like that where they're just like, they have like this script and they're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready. Like, you're just never gonna
Just
do
go
it then.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a phone.
Yeah.
Like
just-
at the
yeah.
end of the day, we all got cell phones. We all
Yeah.
like.
No, even especially the people at film school, you have access to all kinds of equipment. Do it now.
Yeah,
Save some money.
absolutely.
You know.
And like, yeah, are a lot of the stuff you shoot, are they on campus or do you guys just rent equipment? How does that usually work
You
out?
just rent equipment and.
Oh, that's so badass,
Yeah,
bro. That's
yeah,
so
it's
dope.
dope.
But like you have to wait like a certain amount of time, I'm guessing, right?
No, I mean,
Not
I usually
really?
just rent it like. I mean, I got a couple of gigs coming up on Thursday. I just made the rental for lights like today. Yeah.
That's cool. And like, yeah, so like you can do freelance stuff and like use the gear and stuff like that? Or
You're not supposed to get paid.
yeah.
So I don't
You don't get paid.
I don't get paid.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, you do it for the love of the
Yeah,
sport.
exactly. Yeah. The amount of paychecks I've turned down.
Yeah, fucking it's the starving artist.
Yeah.
So like how do you kind of been navigating through there? Like how do you have been like finding gigs and stuff like that?
It's kind of hard. Sometimes there's like a app called Nova, which is pretty handy.
Okay.
And like Backstage.
I've heard of Backstage, yeah.
Yeah, I've got like a couple of things off of there, but most of it's just knowing someone that knows someone.
Exactly, yeah.
Just like 80% of the stuff I've done, it's just through someone that brought me on.
And that's the reoccurring theme
Yeah.
out of all of LA is like just
Yeah,
know
just
somebody. If you don't know
put
anybody,
yourself out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. And I know I have like obviously you had school, so you have a chance to meet a lot of people there. But I've had like a lot of like studio opportunities to meet like people from like different studios and stuff like that. Is there really stuff for that for like film out here?
What do you mean?
So like we have like I've been to a couple charities where like a music studio will host an event and like people will
Okay.
come in and do like events like that just for networking and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So is there
there's-
really networking events?
Yeah, there's all kinds, and like I know that there's like workshops and stuff too, which I intend to start doing
Yeah.
because I do want to meet more people. So yeah, I know that they have like studios and stuff like that do workshops and stuff. So,
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And what's more fun for you, like or is all the whole process fun, but the intro, like the idea coming up with the script writing, or the shooting, or the post when like everything's coming together?
Definitely not the post. I fucking
That
hate post.
yeah, I fucking feel you on that
It's
shit.
so depressing because it's like kind of out of your hands. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you're editing it, but I'm not an editor, dude.
Yeah.
So it's a big waiting game. But I don't know, it's tough. I think the least stressful part is the writing and stuff like that. It's all creative and you're just, you're typing and shit. But it is a lot more fun to film too. It is stressful, but it's,
Yeah.
it's why you're doing it too.
I feel like you get to be in your comfort space when you are
Yeah.
writing, but then when like you're filming, like that's when the action is like happening.
Yeah, it's stressful, but you feel very fulfilled.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
that's good. Yeah, like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, is like, do you want to be tired because you did a lot of shit, or do
Yeah.
you just want to be like comfortable?
Exactly.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's dope. For like people coming up doing cinematography or like trying to do movies and stuff like that, is the best advice for them just to go out and do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
'Cause
that's the process I'm in right now. So I'm just doing it,
exactly.
I'm not like established yet either,
Shit,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like what we are. Like that's what I was telling you. Like
Just gotta do it.
you were like, you know what you're doing. And I was like, I mean, kind of. Like we like this is the 5th episode. Like
Yeah,
I
you just gotta act like you know what you're doing.
exactly.
You know?
That's fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Just don't fake it too long.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've gotten about like filmmaking and stuff like that? Like, have you got advice from like professors or anything like that?
I mean, kind of like what we've been saying. Like, just do it.
Just do
Yeah,
it. Stop
yeah.
waiting for the
And, like,
for the
it's-
right moment.
And like, yeah, like fuck up now, because on a low budget or your own project, it's okay if you fuck up. But God forbid you get like the A24 gig and you don't know what a piece of gear is and you look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. So yeah, wait, be ready for that moment. Absolutely. You talked about like limitations too of stuff. Like doing your first film. What were the limitations that you come across? Like I know you talked about like contact with actors. I know that is a huge one for a lot of like upcoming like directors and stuff like that. That's probably everyone has at least one story where some person was just hard to reach out or like wouldn't show up. So
Still
like
do.
what else like were you guys coming in trouble with, if anything?
For Alice Deubel or
No, for for Alice Deubel, because that is the first one. Yeah.
first official movie? Yeah, it definitely has the most stories because it took 12 days to film. And those are spread out, so it took like 3 months to film that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we had an issue with an actor. I don't want to get too into it.
Yeah, no, just.
But I did have to like let someone go on set. This was the second day of production, but I found a replacement like right after, and we had to reshoot like 2 scenes, which sucks, but it was better than it being 8 days into the movie. You know what I mean?
Was it just
probably
like
just wouldn't
creative differences kind of thing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. No, but yeah. So just like dealing with people is like
yeah. There's a lot of dope people we meet in LA, but there's a lot of shitty people too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think anywhere you go, but yeah, absolutely out here because everyone's got their dream.
Yeah.
Like you said, like people, a lot of people feel they need to chime in on stuff that you don't need to all the time.
Exactly.
So first thing, focus on just fucking go shoot your shit. Stop waiting for your moment. Go shoot that shit. Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Aside from movies, you've been doing music lately. With, Rateater. So what I think I know all the band members' names, but you want to give them out real quick?
Yeah. So our drummers Rachel, we have 2 guitarists. There's Julian and Chad, and then our singer's name is Forrest.
And then but you're also a guitar, right?
Bass.
Bass, okay,
Yeah,
bass.
yeah.
Okay, cool. How long you been playing bass for?
I started playing, I guess, when I was like 13.
Okay.
But I wasn't like super consistent. But I mean, I learned guitar first, and if you know guitar, then like you could play bass.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
And I noticed I wasn't sure, the band had a video from like a year ago. I forgot the name of the video. But,
yeah, that was before me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna ask. I was like, I was looking. I was like, that doesn't look like him.
Yeah.
So has there been like a trade out of members and stuff like that, or just people added?
Kinda, yeah. It's people added. The original members is Julian, Chad, and Rachel.
Okay,
like
cool.
the first EP was just those 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then
how did you get connected with them?
I met Julian and Chad at a backyard show in August of 2023.
Okay.
So it was like right when I first started school. I was wearing a Vane FM shirt. Shout out Vane. You know?
got me the spot.
Yeah. And Julian was like, "Yo, nice shirt." We chatted for a bit, exchanged Instagrams, and that was that. And then Rateater dropped their first EP in February of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was all excited about it. I was like, "Oh, dude, this is awesome! Like, congrats!" And then like a few months later, he just hit me up, and Julian did, and he was like, "Do you know anyone that plays bass? Like, we're looking for a bass player." And I was like, "I play
I'm
bass
right here." Yeah.
Yeah. Because I had an old metalcore project before Rateater that didn't work out.
Did it ever get released or just?
Yeah, it got released.
Okay,
yeah.
what is that?
The band is called Let Me In.
Okay.
And we released one EP. But like that kind of all fell through right before Rateater, so Julian hit me up at a pretty good time, and then I was down, went to jam with them, and they were like, "Do you want to be in?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah,
it was a good vibe.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! And is that another comfort place like outside of like film and stuff like that? Like, does it feel like work, or is that kind of just like your release?
It's like my release.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And you guys been doing some live shows too. That's sick.
Yeah.
I think someone's been posting the sets online. Blur's Dream.
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah.
So who was it?
His name is Carlos.
All right, so go check out if you want to see any Rateater live performances. Blur's Dream. Shout out to Carlos for taking that footage. They did some dope stuff. New single, you guys are not new, but newish, came out February. The Romance.
Yeah, on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, so it came out 14th, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So were you a part of the, like, were you there when that song was already in, or were you there for the creation of that song?
It was already written.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we recorded it, and I was in when we recorded it, so like
You were a part of the actual
parts,
making of it.
the
Yeah.
parts in it playing is me. But
Okay, cool.
they already had it written before I joined.
Oh yeah. And do we have any more live shows or anything like that coming up soon?
Soon. We don't have anything booked right now, but
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a crazy time right now.
Yeah, it's not hard to get booked though. So
Yeah,
I'm sure soon.
There's always something going on in LA. And then besides live shows, any music you guys are working on currently?
Yeah, we're working on an EP right now.
Oh
so
yeah. And are you guys in the middle of writing, or are you guys in the middle of recording?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys record and then like just like have a song, record it, and then like you guys are working on another thing, or do you guys kind of try and do like it in sections, like write all the stuff, perform it all together, and then go record it?
Yeah, so we already have like 6 songs of the EP written.
Mm-hmm.
So actually this Sunday we're gonna like record it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a certain spot you guys usually record at?
Julian's room.
Oh, Julian's room. Hell yeah, hell yeah. That should be the
works,
studio's
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where can you said you do a lot of freelances. Where can people connect with you? Like, I know you have like a website, right?
Oh yeah. But what do you mean, like just like to reach out? Or?
Yeah, it's because you do freelance for people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. So like
Yeah.
it's just and that's at Frank Balocca, right? Just like cool.
Yeah.
So they can reach out to you there. And then are you looking for anything like right now? Like
Always.
always,
Yeah.
hell yeah. So yeah, so definitely hit him up.
Please.
Please. No. So we talked about all this shit that you've done. How old are you?
24.
24. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
I just turned
That's
24.
so fucking already have all this shit under your belt right now. So if you have someone directing all this, who's your director you're choosing? You're making a movie out of all this shit that you've done so far in your life.
Like if someone's directing
Yeah, your story.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yes. So it's gonna be like a quirky rom-com where it's
I
like
don't want it to be too serious, you know.
Yeah,
so.
no, that's, and I think that's kind of like something I'm getting from you, where like you're taking, for all lack of better words, you're taking life by the balls, but like you're not taking it too serious to the point where like you still get to have fun in life about it.
Yeah.
No, that's
what
cool.
it's all about.
That's cool. Besides like all the stuff we mentioned, what like is there anything else you like fuck around doing? Like, do you go out hiking? Do you like just fucking
I like going to the gym and
gym? Yeah.
play pool sometimes, like at the bar, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Any good spots out here that you recommend for pool shooting?
Barney's, yeah.
Barney's, you stay loyal to them.
Yeah. It's funny. I still know like half the people that work there. So
Hell yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's dope. No, it's good to have spaces like that where you can just like, especially like out here where you're chasing everything. Like even your release was
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Like even like just playing bass. Like obviously like that's your fun and stuff like that. But I feel like that's a lot of people in LA where it's like we love doing all this like creative shit and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So we're always draining from ourselves and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So it's good to be able to have places like Barney's where you can just go
Just
and just
chill.
actually chill
Yeah.
out and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Do you have anything else you kind of want to mention that you're working on right now?
I just directed a music video for Julian's other band. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the band?
They're called A Red Sun.
The Red Sun, and what's
Yeah.
is it out or you just directed it?
I'm editing it right now.
You're also editing it?
Yeah.
Okay, and
It's my first time like seriously editing
What
something.
are you editing
so-
on?
Premiere Pro.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
got the good shit. I've been doing all this on Final Cut, and it's
Yeah.
not bad, but it's definitely not Premiere.
Yeah, Premiere's not bad.
Have you fucked around on DaVinci at all?
Alice Deubel was edited on DaVinci. Again, I didn't edit it,
Yeah.
but it was edited on there. So I have DaVinci because I was like shared with the project, so I could see the progress.
Yeah.
But so not really. I haven't.
How
worked
do
on
you
anything.
feel about it? Like, do you think it's a good software?
If you know it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what like
Yeah,
I
you
was
have to,
thinking like
you have to really know it.
as long as you know it because it's free, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I was like, that's badass for
Yeah.
like a software like that because Final Cut's like $200, and then
Yeah.
we all know Adobe is the
Yeah,
best,
yeah.
but they fucking milk the cow till it's dry.
Yeah, DaVinci is really good for like color grading and stuff too. So
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, so like That's something I'm getting into right now. Like, what do you have any advice for like finding like where to like get color grading tips and shit like that, or like?
Not too shabby with
I know
post
you go,
production
yeah.
stuff, but I just know DaVinci's really good for that. so.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely check into some of their stuff, especially because it's free. It's like, why not use it if it is
Yeah.
free?
Everyone I know that does color grading always like meet writes DaVinci. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Okay, so I definitely check it out because like I feel good about like editing and stuff like that for the most part. I'm obviously like not the best. I'm fucking around and like fucking up now and doing all this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But I definitely want to get better at like coloring and color grading because there's color grading and what's the other one? Color correction.
Yeah.
Do you do color correction then color grading? Correct. I
Honestly,
think.
not entirely sure.
No, not sure. Yeah, no. Here, let me school you a little bit.
Yeah.
No, and then one more last thing I'll say about like we talk about film and stuff like that. Do you have like a deep appreciation for like the audio production of like yeah, so yeah, I already saw that.
Sound is everything, man.
Sound is everything,
Yeah.
right? Because like you could have the most perfect shot, and if it's not,
if it doesn't sound good, you're fucked.
you're fucked. Like it takes all the credibility out of
Yeah.
the shot. So do you have like anyone you specifically go to for like all your sound stuff, or has it kind of just been just whoever's there at the moment?
For my post sound, I just found this guy who did the mixing for Alice Deubel
Okay.
because a lot of the audio is pretty rough because Alice Deubel was shot guerrilla style, so there would just be scenes where we're like in the woods at like 3 a.m. Like,
Does guerrilla style just mean like no studios?
yeah, pretty much just
Okay.
like running and gunning.
Okay.
So some of the audio is like pretty rough. Like, especially we were shooting in the woods and like it was near a freeway, so you just hear like
Yeah.
and you hear like frogs and all this shit, and it was like fuck.
Yeah.
And I didn't have lav mics for them in the woods, so it was like I was pretty nervous about it. But yeah, my sound mixer Anthony Bilderback made it pretty
Oh, yeah.
salvageable.
And like, did you guys have to do like any like ADR and stuff like that?
A little bit, yeah.
But not like, but he saved a
He
lot
saved
of stuff.
like 99% of it.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah,
Because like,
dude.
yeah, like you said, like it hurts when you have those shots that you really did
Yeah.
want, and then fucking falls through after something small like that, where it's just like, like there's just too much noise outside.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's impossible to get.
So yeah.
I just seen a scene actually where you ever seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, so I just seen a behind the scenes for that, and they wanted to cut on ADR costs and stuff like that. So they were filming a bunch of scenes outside with giant like boom mics and shit like that.
Oh, shit.
And so like there's a scene where they're running through the farm or whatever outside at night, and that shot is literally just George Clooney running in a circle in like an open field. And like just like a giant boom mic and shit
that's
like that.
awesome.
Yeah, no, so I love
Less
seeing
studio
those shit like
costs,
that.
so yeah.
Yeah, no. But that's something you don't have to really deal with that much right now, right? The studio costs and stuff like that.
No.
Is it something you fear in the future?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. How much longer do you have in school?
I graduate next summer.
Oh yeah.
So not this summer, but next summer.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you still have one more year.
Yeah.
And have you guys been studying like normal, like not normal, but script writing and like going through every step of the process and stuff
Yeah,
like that? Because
pretty
you did the
much.
cinematographer role, right?
Yeah, like I just finished like my associates and now like my focus is cinematography. But before that, you're kind of like learning like the basics of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And like you go through like all the like Citizen Kanes and shit like that, like
Yeah,
all black
yeah.
and white, like the classics
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Which I think is so funny that like things like Citizen Kane are like held to that standard where it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
gotta study these and stuff like that. And then I seen something where who directed Citizen Kane again?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah. It was someone said that like he went to like try and take a class at some point, and they're like, study this movie. And he was like, bro, like I was trying to get better, and like the book he was trying to read was telling him to study his own movie. So yeah, go shoot your shit. People are gonna tell you to study it.
Yeah.
Before we close up, is there anyone else you want to shout out or anything like that?
Everybody,
all the people. No, but thank you for coming on, man. Seriously,
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I
yeah.
really appreciate it. Yeah.